Hello, my name is Mary Grace, and today we're going to be cooking Thai red curry. Thailand, which is in Southeast Asia in the Indo-Chinese peninsula, is also known for its curries. Usually a spicy curry blend served with some jasmine rice. Today we're going to be doing red Thai curry, which is known for its red chilies that brings out this fiery heat flavor. Then you have coconut milk for some creaminess, some fresh vegetables in the curry to add crunch, and then we're gonna use chicken as protein. So the mix of spices, which brings out that iconic heat that curry is known for, has many good health benefits as well. The main spice that we're gonna be adding to the red curry paste today is ginger. Ginger is an anti-inflammatory spice that aids in healthy digestion. It is a natural pain relief, supports good immune health, and also helps regulate blood sugar. We're going to be using coconut milk in the curry to add its creaminess. Coconut milk is often really high in saturated fats. However, we're going to be using a unsweetened, reduced fat coconut milk so that there is less fat in each serving. The average adult should consume no more than 10% of their daily calories in fats. So making this dish at home and knowing that we're going to be using unsweetened reduced fat coconut milk will help us to control the amount of fat per serving to only 7 grams or about 63 calories per serving. So Thai red curry is packed with fresh vegetables that still contain their crunchy texture and retain all of their healthy nutrients. The average adult, male and female, should consume about 2 to 4 cups of vegetables per day. And this dish will give you about 1 to 2 cups of vegetables in each serving, depending on how much you get. And so this is a perfect way to eat your vegetables in a very tasty way. To make the cooking process a bit simpler and faster, we're going to go ahead and prep some of our ingredients. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 1 cup of jasmine rice and we're going to wash it. What this can do, washing with cold water will remove any of the extra starch that are on the granules currently so that it doesn't make it sticky while cooking it. Next, we're going to prep our vegetables for the curry. So first we're going to take 1 white onion and we're going to go ahead and chop this. So I'm just going to remove all the outside skin. And then I'm going to cut this in half. And once it's cut in half, I'm going to slice it up into the root. And then I'm going to slice it this way. Okay, now we're going to finely grate about 1 inch of ginger to make about 1 tablespoon. Now we're going to crush and mince 2 garlic cloves. Now we're going to take 2 red bell peppers and 1 green bell pepper, and we're going to, I've already washed them, and we're going to slice them into 2-inch long strips. So first I'm going to take my knife and cut around the top just to get all the seeds out. And we're just going to pull this bit out in the very top with all the seeds. And then I'm going to cut just on one side. And then we're going to cut the bottom off. And so now we're going to have this long strip of bell pepper. I'm just going to go ahead and just slice off these little white parts. So we have a nice long skin. And then we're going to go ahead and just slice them into little strips. Next, we're going to take 3 large carrots and we're going to first peel them. So just peeling the skin off the carrot. Alright, and once you've peeled the carrot, I'm just going to cut the ends off, and then we're going to cut them at a diagonal, about 1/4 of an inch. Next, we're going to take freshly squeezed lime juice to make about 1 tablespoon. So I already rolled out a lime and cut it in half. And then we're just going to go ahead and squeeze it to make about 1 tablespoon juice. Now I have about 1.25 pounds of chicken breast and then a glass baking dish. And I just preheated the oven to 425 degrees. And I'm going to take the chicken and we're just gonna lay it in the dish. And now that we have the chicken in the dish, I'm just gonna season with salt and pepper and then put it in the oven for about 20 minutes or until the internal temperature is 165 degrees. It's really important that we cook our chicken all the way through to 165 degrees so that it is good for eating. If you don't cook it all the way through to 165 degrees exactly, then there's a possibility for having food illnesses, and we don't want that. So we're gonna cook our chicken all the way through, keep it in the oven until it hits that mark. Now we're going to take a saucepan and we're going to put it on a burner and we are going to heat it to about medium high. We're going to add in 3/4 cup of bone broth. We're using bone broth to add a little bit of extra flavor and added protein. And then we're going to add 3/4 cup of water. And then we're also going to take just a little bit of a pinch of salt and add that in there, and we're gonna go ahead and bring this to a boil. Once it's at a rapid boil, you're gonna reduce it to simmer, so low heat, add in the washed 1 cup of jasmine rice, and let that cook for about 15 minutes. Now we're gonna bring a large skillet that has raised sides on the edges, and we're gonna put it on about medium to medium high heat, and then we're gonna add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil to the pan. And we're gonna let this heat up, and then once it's heated up, we'll add in our vegetables. Now that the pan is hot, we're gonna go ahead and add our 1 white onion and then a pinch of salt to the pan, and we're going to let that caramelize to get some good flavor for, it'll take about 5 minutes. So now that the onions have been cooking for about 5 minutes and they're a bit translucent, soft to the touch, and a bit caramelized, we're gonna go ahead and add the fresh ginger and garlic to the mix, and we just want to let it sit for like about 30 seconds, just until it's fragrant. Now that our ginger and garlic smells really nice, we're going to go ahead and add our red peppers, green peppers, and carrots to the mix. And we are also going to add our sliced bamboo shoots. And we're going to let this sit for about 3 to 5 minutes, or until soft to the touch with a fork. Now we're going to go ahead and add about 4 ounces of red curry paste to the mix, and then we're going to stir around and let it cook for about 2 minutes, just so that it will evenly disperse over all the vegetables. So now the curry paste is all the way dispersed between the vegetables, we're going to go ahead and add half a cup of water. Then we're going to add 13.5 ounces of unsweetened reduced fat coconut milk. And then we're also going to add about 2 teaspoons of monk fruit sweetener. Now we're going to go ahead and mix this up, and then we're going to let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes, or until the vegetables are at your desired tenderness. However, we just want to keep it at a simmer, so we may need to turn the heat down if necessary to keep that proper simmer. At this time, the rice is fully cooked by now, so I'm going to take it off the heat, and I'm going to go ahead and fluff it with a fork. So now that the curry's been simmering, we're going to go ahead and add about 1 tablespoon of freshly squeezed lime juice for some acidity. And then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of coconut aminos. This is a gluten-free substitute for soy sauce. At this point, the curry is basically done, so it's now time to taste it. At this point, you can go ahead and season with salt to your liking. You can add more lime juice for more acidity, or you can add more coconut aminos for a greater intensity of flavor. So now I took out the chicken from the oven. It was at the appropriate temperature of 165 degrees. I went ahead and shredded it, and I'm gonna go ahead and add it to the curry. And then we're just gonna mix it around and let the chicken soak up all of those juices from the curry. At this point, it's time to plate. Everything's ready. So we're just gonna take a little bit of the jasmine rice, about 3/4 of a cup. All right, and once you have that rice, you can go ahead and just pour over some of our curry mixture. And now we got our finished product, Thai red curry.